said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Young. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking to throw, its Carr. Quickly out to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. He wants to throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Lets it fly. It's complete.
I love quarterbacks that have soft focus around them and hard focus down the field. That was an excellent pass rush by the defense, but the quarterback never got flustered. He just used his God-given talent. He was able to escape and then got his focus right back downfield to find an open wide.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. Makes the catch. It's Fields. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. He's got the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
They'll give it to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lott. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for him.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Using his legs, it's Lott. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. From the gun, looking for a man. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they strike first.
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense in a split backfield. The give on the inside. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Hardy. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Got a little space. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Buying some time. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterback
breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Irish. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Nebraska is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Tom Osborne, this has not been a blowout today in Lincoln. They're up by 7 over Akron. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
He's going for it all. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Rolling right and going deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Gonna run it. It's Love. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He found found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line, and that was almost much bigger. They'll start this drive from the 42. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
He fires to the left side. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And he's going to reach for a long one and have to guide it in from the left side, 51 yards out. The field goal is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Got it in the middle. It's Pauly. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. To the ground with the back. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. On the move at the 30. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window is going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Finds his big tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Horn. Pocket breaking down. Finds a man in the middle. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The give to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. So a drive there of 84 yards. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Young. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll go right back to him. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He's fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter.
Oh, he's got some space. Ball is loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Man, you talk about a helpless feeling. When you're the guy who fumbled and you're watching that thing roll towards the sidelines, you're like, please get out of bounds, and it does. Tell you what, the offense has the lead. That was a big-time play for that thing to get out of bounds and not cost them a turnover.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Back to throw, it's Carr. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence and they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. The inside handoff. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon.
Touchdown, Missouri! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And it's no good. He missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
Well, that was going to take a Herculean effort by that kicker, and he just didn't have enough leg on that kick.
Rushes on him. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing.
Unloads it downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play in there inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Touchdown, Tigers! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. And before they can kick it, the receiving team is going to call a timeout. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guy...
Turning it on! The 20, the 10, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Irish!
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Horn. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Tiger! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust it?
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And with that stop, the defense has a glimmer of hope. Listen, clock running down, I'm going to need a miracle, but the offense still, they can put a drive together, make something happen to try to win this football game.
The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
On the jump.
Handoff to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having...